Hey everybody, great to be learning with you today as we continue our studies of Sefer Yehoshua and explore the 4th chapter, where we'll take a look at how Yehoshua and Bnei Israel made a monument right after their crossing of the the Jordan River. So remember from Perek Gimel that the Jewish people crossed the Yarden in a dramatic and miraculous fashion, just like Hashem had split the Yam Suf for Moshe about 40 years earlier. Hashem made it possible for the Yarden to part, as you can see, all the water moving to one side, and allowing the Jewish people to cross. There were some important differences between the splitting of the Yam Suf and the splitting of the Yarden that we studied together in class, including the presence of the Aron here in the splitting of the Yarden River. Remember that the Kohanim held the Aron in the middle of the shore of the Yarden, allowing the Jewish people to cross. And once the Kohanim moved with the Aron to the other side of the Yarden after Bnei Israel had crossed through the shore, the Yarden returned to its regular form. Now, one of the things that Yehoshua does here in this parak, in Perek Daled, is he issues a strange command. He appoints 12 people, one from each of the 12 tribes, to pick up 12 stones from the Jordan River and to carry them out of the Jordan onto the shore and to make a monument. And these 12 stones were piled up, kind of like the diagram that you see in front of you here, each of the 12 stones representing one of the 12 tribes: Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zevulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Ephraim, and Manasseh. And 2.5 of these tribes, Gad, Reuven, and half of Manasseh, those 2.5 tribes had promised already in Moshe's time to honor their end of the bargain and to join Bnei Israel across the Yarden to conquer the land. And at that point, they would be allowed to return back to the other side of the Yarden, to stay on the eastern side of the Yarden River, where they would take up residence, where they would set up their homes and not join the rest of Bnei Israel in Eretz Yisrael proper. So after this monument is established in the city of Gilgal, which is, as you can see, just along the part of the Jordan River over here, which meets up with Gilgal. Once they set up that monument there, Yehoshua tells Bnei Israel to always remember the events that took place at the Yarden and how the events that took place here were miraculous and will serve as a memory for all time. And so this monument has me thinking, what is it about monuments like Mount Rushmore, or like the Statue of Liberty, or like this monument over here? I wonder if you know which monument this is. But I wonder about these monuments. What is it about monuments in general that made Yehoshua want to establish one for Bnei Israel? Why did he want all 12 of the tribes represented in the monument? And what was the overall point of it? These are some questions that we're going to explore together in class when we get back together. But it's important for us to understand sometimes the power of a symbol, the power of an image. And in this case, it seems like the monuments are designed to do exactly that, to serve as a symbol or as an image. So I'd like us to think about what that might represent and why it was so important for Bnei Israel to establish this kind of a symbol or this kind of an image when they crossed the Yarden River. Looking forward to exploring some of these issues with you when we get back to class. Looking forward to a great session when we return.